Hey there, Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. I want to thank you so much for your likes, your shares, your comments. It helps me grow my channel, but more importantly, it connects our energy. And when our energy is connected and I try to get into your energy, then it's a lot easier for me to tap into the people who are going to be viewing this video. And so I did that. I tried to tap into your energy before I got on here, and I felt empowered. Oh my gosh. It was like I felt myself sit up straight. I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting up with that crap anymore. We're going to do it my way. It was really interesting, and it was a nice feeling. So good for you, Leo, because that's not how it's been going for a while. So good for you stepping into your power. There's a lot of reasons why that would be happening. I do want to tell you that I have moved the moon and astrology portion to its own little video. Those will be coming out on Thursdays. I put one out last week. I will attach in the comment section below the link for it. It was really pretty good, and since it is the full moon in Leo, you might want to definitely check it out. I did the whole video in like an hour, but it gives me time to go over the astrology and pull cards for every sign, and it is time stamped, so you don't have to watch the full hour. You can watch your little 9-minute section if you would like. So there you go. All right, so this full moon is, as I said, happening on February 8th and 9th, depending on where you are in the world, in the house of Leo. Nice, right? And this video is covering February 1st to the 17th. I call it the mid-month, but it's actually the mid-season of Aquarius. And so that would be your 7th house of partnerships. So there is a partnership aspect to this full moon because it's right across the zodiac for you. And this full moon is, oh, my nose is itching, between the sun over there and the moon in your sign. There's a spotlight being put on how you view relationships. And so with this, I'm stepping into my power, not putting up with that crap anymore. Could totally have to do with your relationships sector. Now, that could be a partnership at work. It's a one-on-one partnership, or it could be a romantic situation, but it's very one-on-one. It's not community. It's not group. It's a one-on-one thing. All right. So the cards that I got for your full moon energies, you have balance, spirituality, and practicality. Okay, so you have stuff that you need to do, right? You have to attend to the business of living, of getting stuff done. You're being asked to carve out a space, though, to work on your spiritual development. So maybe you like to relax by reading, get some books about a subject that you're interested in that has to do with spirituality, making time to meditate, connect with yourself, prayer, meditation. Walks in nature, I just heard, paying attention to the details of the information that are brought to you by the things that you see. What you see actually is relevant, and there are messages coming in from spirit. So, so what makes you feel, okay, value system. Ooh, really? Okay, so value system. So value system and practicality, right? So what in your heart feels right, and what is the practical way you can go about creating that in your partnership? Ooh. Very itchy. Lots of spirit going on here, and the answers you need are coming. So, balancing your spirituality and your practicality. This means you are going to have to, of course, Capricorn has got so much energy this year. You're going to have to take very positive, action-oriented steps to get things done while staying focused on what is your heart saying, because your heart is how you are connecting with spirit and getting information in. The answers you need are coming, so be paying attention to the signs and the signals that are coming to you. I just heard ads, TV and music. Okay, so out in nature, and also things that you hear that seem random, but they trigger something, they make you think about it. Follow that train of thought and see where it takes you. There's information coming to you. Your overall energy for the month is you have, for the mid-month, you have the Truth Be Told card. If you have Aquarius, oh my gosh, that was Aquarius that had that as their center card, I think. Truth be told, maybe it was Scorpio. I don't remember. It was a fixed sign. So here we are with another fixed sign in Truth Be Told. So stepping into your power, dealing with your truth, Who are you? It's an owl. Who are you? Who are you? What is important to you? Where is the I can't get that song out of my head now. Where is your truth? What is your value system? Staying true to who you are is going to be really important. The key to the situation is you have a new opportunity, a new life. Things are changing. Things are growing. You've got this, I'm springing forward. I've cracked the egg. I'm stretching. I am growing. This is in the heart space, so that's that practicality and spirituality. It could be that you have some kind of a project that you want to take on that you feel very strongly about and very emotionally connected to, because it's actually probably your soul's purpose, but you need to bring it forward in a very practical way. So let's just say that in your community you see a need, something that needs to be met. They need a food bank. Okay, spiritually, you know it's the right thing to do, help other people, lift them up. Practically, how do you go about creating the plan to make it happen? So it's the balancing of that social sense that you're feeling with how do you actually get it, and the answers are coming to you. So getting out there and saying to people, I think this needs to be done. This is truth be told, right? This needs to be done, and I could use some help on that. And listening, paying attention to the signs and the signals, what you're hearing, what are you seeing, what can you pull together to bring it into one cohesive thing to make it work for you. In the recent past, you've been searching for what the information you needed to receive. You are searching for guidance. So make sure you're listening to your higher self, and also repetitious. Okay, repetitious signals. I just heard that. Repetitious signs? Signals. Signals. Oh, so something that seems to signal that you need to do something. Don't miss the repetitious things that keep showing up in your life. In order to create this transformation, you need to be an observer, which means to step back, get a higher perspective, look at it from a different vantage point, and allow yourself to see what you see. So the information is trying to come to you. I think that maybe, so if you notice in this one, it's really up close. Okay, it was in the reverse, which means it's not coming. Maybe you're overgiving. Also, that can mean that. But because it's about news and information coming in, you were maybe not open to receiving it. Okay, maybe you were missing the boat on that. But this one, see how from a distance, now he's viewing something way from a distance. And so maybe you were too close, and this is such a shallow container, and the ideas were coming in, they were bouncing off or whatever, and you weren't. But stepping back, allowing yourself the distance to see what it is. You might have been too close to the topic to see what needs to be handled, and in the future you have chaos and conflict. Well, it's a good thing you are stepping into your power. Whatever it is, it's a new situation. Okay, so let's go back to, that would be partnership with somebody to create something on a business front. Let's look at it on a relationship situation. Maybe you were not receiving what you needed, and you needed to step back and go, wow, this relationship is not giving me what I need. That is my truth. And it is causing a lot of chaos and conflict as you separate, remove yourself from a situation that is chaotic, that's not working for you. And yes, chaos and conflict, and you'll be thinking about, how do I manage this? How do I help this? And so staying balanced between what you need to do and also staying balanced with your spiritual needs. And so take that time out for that bath. Go get that mani-pedi. Take make your hair appointments. Self-care is going to matter. That's part of balancing it out. Say you're going through a divorce, and that means that your finances are cut way back, and you're like, well, I can't afford to do those things you just said. Well, you can take a bath. Or you can take a nice long shower. Or you can take a nice long leisurely walk. That's free. Find things that pamper you. Doing your own nails, by the way, especially the toenails. There's something about it. It's very therapeutic. It's part of the grounding and centering of yourself. And so it brings you back into yourself. And say you need to learn how to do your own nails because you've always had the money to get them done, but now you can't. Well, a good place to practice is in the middle of the winter on your toes, because you can cover that stuff up, right? Nobody has to see that until you get better at it. So there's things you can do for yourself that are nurturing. Making good, healthy choices with the food, staying hydrated, using water, not alcohol. Wow. Using water, not alcohol. I heard it twice. Okay, here we go. Building blocks. So I think there's a situation that you had a lot of anxiety about, like, this is not working. This is not going the way I thought it was. I'm not getting from this what I needed. This is not working. I need a new way of doing this. I need a new life. I need a different change. Whether this is in a work situation, partnership, business, or maybe it could be that you're trying to create a business and the way you guys have been going about creating it, or you're trying to create a relationship and the way you've been going around creating it's not working. And so you have to step back, and maybe this isn't you breaking apart, but maybe this is you, either you and your business partner or you and your intimate partner saying, okay, we're trying to build something here, but we need a reboot. We need a redo. We need to look at this different, and we need to restructure it. And the restructuring could be, maybe you end up moving to a new location. Well, there's chaos and conflict that come around that. How are you going to manage that? Because maybe you were too close to the in-laws, and the in-laws are always at your house, and they're storing up trouble, and there's lots of things. So creating the new life, the one that you want, the one where you stand in your truth. The answers are coming. You just need to keep seeking them. And the exchanging of gifts in the heart space. This is that even giving and taking. So if you've been taking more than you've been giving, it's time to give. If you've been giving more than you're taking, it's time to receive. Even exchanging of gifts in the heart center, it brings you back into balance. So figuring out how to bring that balance into your life. Okay. So we have the never-ending story in reverse in the area of the mountain, which is obstacles in the recent past. Okay, and this is the part where you sit there and you say to yourself, why does this always happen to me? I don't understand it. How do I always end up in this situation? I don't get it. I give and I give and I give and I never seem to get back. But this is in the past, and the obstacle was you getting past that feeling. And with this thing in the reverse that says the difficulty was you learning how to get past that I am the victim role in order to move yourself forward. And that energy of self-confidence that I felt, the fact that the key here is this new life, truth be told, tells me that you are stepping out of your victim mentality and you are willing, okay, yes, you are willing to move forward, because in the current situation, this orphan card keeps showing up. Oh my goodness. It is in the reverse. Beautiful. This is the part where you are saying, no, I am not an orphan. And so that orphan feeling often, it comes from when you were a child. When you were a child, either your parents were physically, mentally, or emotionally unavailable to you. You felt spiritually left out. There was some kind of a group, a situation, whatever. But orphan is usually revolves around your parents. They could have died. They could have been really busy and didn't make time for you. They could have been dealing with their own stressors or their own depressions or their own whatever, their own mental health issues, whatever it was that removed them from being able to give you the nurturing that you wanted. And you had to learn how to nurture yourself. And I think when I see this new life and the orphaned in the reverse, and this observer means you're stepping back and you're looking at the situation from a long range and going, you know what? I need to give to myself what it is that I need. I need to make myself available to receive from myself what it is I need. I can't get it from someone else. I have to get it from me, and that is absolutely true. When you learn how to give yourself everything you need, you become complete and whole. And then you no longer have to go seeking this from someone else. Being complete and whole is how you get the higher vibrational relationships. That's how you get there. And with all this activity happening in your first house of you and your seventh house of partnership, this is about you being whole and complete. Whole and a complete version of you. The one where you are self-healed. The one where you love yourself. The one where you are not seeking the approval of other people in order to feel successful. When you can do that, that is when you bring in these higher vibrational energies. That is when you get a leg up. So in the future, you have a leg up. That is help is on the way. And I want to say the answers you need are coming. So your ability to move your life forward, to get where it's more of an even exchange, being able to manage the chaos and the conflict that's coming, there is help coming. It's out there. But you need to stand in the truth of who you are. Heal yourself. You're not a damsel in distress. You're not a knight in shining armor, and you don't need either of those things. You're not a knight out there looking for the damsel in distress. You're not the damsel in distress looking for the knight in shining armor. You are whole and complete by yourself. Male or female, does not matter. You can play any of those roles in life. When you love yourself, when you forgive yourself for being human, then you find out that you can love and forgive the people who were also human and just doing what they did. You came here with a soul contract. People have been teaching things along the way. It is not an easy route. This orphaned feeling is very difficult. We all have our experiences. I understand this one. I am just saying, when you love and nurture yourself, you never feel incomplete. And this is you. This is you. New life, stretching out, breaking through the shell, wings to fly with. The future is yours in your heart. I think you know this. The balance is coming. You have the opportunity here. Actually looks really good, Leo. I'm really glad. That self-empowerment feeling. So if you're not feeling that way, then you say things to yourself every day like this. Every morning, as a matter of fact, just say this anyway. For the next 40 days. I am loved. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am loved. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am loved. I am lovable. I am worthy. And so it is. Say it 3 times. Every morning, every night, anytime you're starting to feel a little stressed. So you have the hunter. Track down your fears and your desires. So often we are seeking what we are seeking is because of our fears. So if you are desperately seeking, I just heard desperately seeking, Susan. If you are desperately seeking a relationship, you are looking for it high and low. You are not going to, there is not a dating site you won't try. There is not a friend who you haven't asked. There has not been any, you will turn every stone over until you find that relationship that makes you feel loved. What you're really doing is you need to think about that. Why do you feel that way? What is the fear that drives that? Fear of being alone, generally. And so when you figure out that you don't need somebody to rescue you, you are totally capable yourself of finding the joy and the happiness in your life. And it is there. Joy comes from within. It doesn't come from other people. When you can do that, that's when you start bringing in the people and the opportunities that you really, really enjoy. You have legends. Learn from those who inspire you. So, I heard seminars. Okay, so there's a YouTube channel, and I can't think of the name of it. I'll find the link and I'll stick it in the comment section below, where all it does is positive affirmations 24/7. I love it. I turn it on when I'm getting ready for my day, or when I'm trying to organize stuff in my room, or whenever there's like this space in my brain that I just want to fill up with good positive things. I put that on. And so do that. Read inspirational books. Go to inspirational. And by inspirational, what do you want to do? What do you want to become? We need a positive stuff. Don't dwell on the negative. When I was going through a really dark and lonely time, when honestly my world looked like this to me in my head, when I look back at it, it was so gray and dark, and I was all alone in a new town, knew no one. I had taken a job transfer, and I didn't know anybody. And I just felt really, out there all by myself, and everything felt dark and gray. At work, this thing came in, and it was an invitation to go see Zig Ziglar. Of course, he was selling his books or whatever, but it was a free ticket to go in, and they had all these motivational speakers in there. So I went. It was free. And I'm like, oh, my gosh, I want to buy his books and tapes. And they were $400, which, honest to God, is not that much money, but it felt like a king's ransom to me at the time. And the girl I went with, I'd taken my assistant manager with me. She goes, oh, my dad's got a series of his, okay, this is how long ago. My dad has a series of his cassette tapes. Would you like me to get them for you? I'm like, that would be awesome. And so for the next 3 years, I literally wore out the felt on the cassette of several of them because I played them over and over. I could do them verbatim, and still I listened. And they were inspiring and uplifting and affirming of, I can do it. And so I want you, if nothing else, you say to yourself, I can do this. I am magnificent. I'm a Leo, for God's sakes. I am the king, the queen of my world and all I survey, and I can get what I want because I want it, not because I'm afraid of not having it. Your desires, do not let them be ruled by your fears. Go after what you want because you want it for yourself, not because you're running away from fears, not because you're being chased by your fears. Okay? And so I'm not surprised this card came out. You got maintain self-worth and self-esteem. At all costs, maintain your self-worth and self-esteem. Allow yourself to feel empowered. It is your superpower. Step into it. Step into it. I am loved. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am the ruler of all of my life. I make my rules. I live by my rules. You can do this. You're Leo. For God's sake. That's what you came here to do. Okay. All right. So Leo's sun, you're going, I don't even know what you're talking about. I know that. And that's true. I think Leo suns come in here knowing that they are all powerful. But Leo risings, that's what you're aspiring to. That's what you're learning how to do. You're learning how to have that self-confidence that most Leos will come in here with. And a Leo sun can get that shaken out of you through some circumstances, especially if you were neglected as a child. But eventually you find that in yourself because it's there and you step into it. Your self-value, your self-worth, your self-esteem, it's everything. Hang on to it. Nothing can stand in your way when you believe in yourself. Nothing. And so oh, my nose is itching. Nothing can stand in your way when you believe in yourself. I'm going to repeat. That made my nose itch so much. All right, so your crystal cards for the next couple weeks is Garnet. I stay focused on the task at hand and I accomplish my goals through creativity and determination. Self-esteem, self-worth, self-power, self-empowerment. Empower yourself. And you have Golden Topaz, which is such a Leo card to me. Okay, Golden Topaz. I step forward with joy and enthusiasm. I see my path shining brightly before me. I see my path shining brightly before me. I have a client that just put these lights on their stairs because I still clean houses. And as I was walking up the stairs, all of a sudden they lit up and I said, "Ooh, I really like this. It makes me think the path lights up before me." And they just started laughing. But I got to tell you, in my head, I was like, no, my path does light up before me. I start moving in a direction that was really happening in the 3D world, but it also happens in the 3D world for me no matter what I decide to do. This I know, and you know it too. So go get it. Go get it done. Step into your power. You have a leg up. You have a leg up coming, which means something somehow is going to pop into your life, an opportunity that's going to give you a boost. So keep your head up so you can see it when it comes in. All right? You take care. We'll talk soon. Hold your head up.